Hey, hey, hello, how are you? Hi, Grant, how are you? How's things? How is Geelong? How is the Mornington Peninsula? I'm pretty sure you're on the Mornington Peninsula. I am here in Adelaide. I know it's a little bit later than normal. I had a slow start. Let's face it, it's Sunday. Why not? I hope you're all well. Anyway, so the purpose of this scope today... Thank you if you're watching this live on Twitter. Thank you if you're watching this on replay, and welcome PGM Network. Love to know what your name is. Thanks for joining the scope. So my name's Cara. I help businesses to understand the psychology. Hello, Eric. Understand the psychology that sits within the business and when they try and connect with their clients. That's about me. But what this scope is about today is what... Hey, bro. Bob Proctor Gallagher Network. Oh, okay. Thank you. What this scope is about is every Sunday I do a wrap of what I scoped on in the previous week. So that's what today's scope's on. And I have my handy dandy post-it notes that I make my subject notes on right here in front of me. So let's start off with Monday's scope, because let's face it, unless you are following me, hey Tanahan, unless you are following me on Catch, catch.me, you wouldn't know, or if you watched the scopes live. So let's get into it. So the thing that I scoped about on Monday was the hardest person to have in your corner. Hardest person to have in your corner and backing you is you. And it's hard. It's hard slog to constantly back yourself 110% of the time. And we do falter and we do drop the ball. But you have to do it. Seriously, you really do have to have your back, because sometimes you are the only person that's going to be there. I know there were points in my business where even my husband was going, what the heck are you doing, Cara? Seriously? Are you sure that this is a good idea? And I'm going, yep, this is a good idea. This is what I need to do. This is what I've been called to do. This is what I'm going to be doing. And so sometimes you are the one that has to be there for you. And I think I said it on Monday, you know what? When you are in an airplane and they go through that security and that safety briefing, the thing that they tell you to do is put the mask on yourself first. So make sure you've got you first, okay? Tuesday was about streaming, surprise, surprise. I had seen Joy on the previous Sunday. Great movie about entrepreneurship, and I was also had seen a scope by Brian Fanzo about the popularity of streaming and how it's helping to make connections and influence lives and influence businesses and drive business, and it's becoming a game changer. I mean, Periscope was Apple's app of 2015. We've now got Facebook Live, we've got Blab, there's Mevi. There are so many ways that live streaming can help businesses to move to the next level and to build connections. So that's what Tuesday's scope was all about. Welcome back, Eric. Nice to have you back on board. Wednesday's scope. I feel like saying Wednesday's child is full of grace. Actually, ironically, Wednesday's scope was about childhood. Hello, Ian. Welcome. So Wednesday's scope was all about reconnecting with your childhood passion. And I loved this scope. I was speaking about how, as a child, my name Cara. I grew up knowing that my name meant friend. I decided at 16 that I was going to study psychology, so helping people was something that I was always going to do. Dancing is something that I still do, and I have done since I was 3 years old. So connecting to your childhood passions was what I spoke about on Wednesday. And the importance of that was because sometimes we get lost in adulting. Adulting can be hard. And so reconnecting with the passions in our childhood, when as children we did what felt right and felt good at the time. So I was encouraging you to reconnect with your childhood passions, and the best thing that came out of that was a woman who was on the scope said to me, you know what, Carrie, I always loved to write. I've always wanted to write a children's book. I think I might go off and do it. Thank you. It's pretty cool that I was able to reconnect someone to their passion and drive them to writing a book. So I've said to them, message me when you've got it done. I'd love to see it. So reconnect to your childhood passions, because it will ignite a fire in you that we tend to lose sometime in the hustle and bustle of adult life. So that was Wednesday. Thursday was talking about Perifame in the lead up to Summit. So Thursday our time was Wednesday night in the US. I mean, time zones and all this kind of stuff. So at the moment they're going into Saturday night at Periscope Summit. So there's a lot of scopes going out. And so I was talking about Perifamous and Perifame. It used to be called Insta-famous. And people wanting overnight fame, or looking at people thinking that they've got overnight success. Please do not be envious of these people. They will either not stick around because their content dries up. People will see that they are repeating content, or that it's really not worth their while. Or the alternative is these people are not overnight successes. They have been slogging their guts out for decades to get where they are. So just be careful with jealousy of Perifame, because you don't know what sits behind it. So that was that. Speed Wobbles. Speed Wobbles was Friday. My gosh, lost track of the days. Fridays was Speed Wobbles. So when you are making changes, making steps, making inroads into your business, and you kind of go, oh, I'm not sure what I'm doing, whether I'm doing the right thing, if is this the right way to do it, should I be doing it, everybody says that I shouldn't, all of that self-doubt creeps in. That's what I spoke on Thursday. My big takeaways for you were: take a break, step back, take some time out, talk to a friend. Just don't worry about the speed wobbles. Everyone gets it. Okay? That was what my advice was to you. If you get the speed wobbles. Kind of goes back to Monday's scope, which was backing yourself. But sometimes, you know what, you just have to take a step back and look after yourself on a personal level. Done the break beat, now you need to get back into it. Yes, Ian. Hi, Adam. Thanks for joining. And yesterday's scope, Saturday's scope was be yourself. Be yourself, because everybody else is taken. That was Saturday's scope, and that was the message that I was sending out to you on Saturday's scope. Be yourself, please. And I think this came from me spending more time on Snapchat. I've been spending a bit of time on Snapchat, and people trying to emulate guys, like especially men, trying to emulate Gary Vee and Grant Cardone and those kinds of people. Please don't. You don't have their following. You don't have their clients. Be yourself. Be true to yourself. Because the fact of the matter is, yeah, no, Adam, I look and learn. Look, listen and learn is what I do. But 9 times out of 10, especially as a woman, they tend to alienate women. And as a man, you don't want to be alienating 50% of the population. Just a small hint there. So be yourself. Now, if that means ranting online and your clients know you for that and they're comfortable with that, do it. Just be true to yourself. Everybody else is taken, and your story and your gifts deserve to be told and deserve to be shared. So do it your way. Okay? So, that's my weekly wrap. Already starting to think of next week. But I've got to watch some more scopes out of Summit before I come to you with my takeaways from Summit live from sunny Adelaide, South Australia. So I look forward to catching you next week. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for sitting through the replay or through the whole scope. If you just came in on the end, it's going to be up in a sec. So I look forward to seeing you again. Yeah, there are a ton of them. Not as many as I was thinking, and certainly not as many as there were in New York. Let's put it that way. Anyway, I shall go because I think I've just declared my hand on how I feel about Summit Live. I will catch you guys later. Thanks for